Hi, this is Julie from Back to Nature Living, and I'm going to teach you today how to make water kefir. Water kefir is a good substitute for like kombucha, or if you like soft drinks and you want to get away from an unhealthy way of, drinking, you might want to try water kefir. And the thing I like about water kefir versus kombucha, I used to drink kombucha all the time until I found out through Lisa Richards. She writes this book, The Ultimate Candida Program, and what she says is she's done a lot of research on the Candida, and about 70% of people in the U.S. have Candida, and it can cause a myriad of diseases, cancer, diabetes, all kinds of things like that when you have Candida. It make you tired, lethargic, all that kind of stuff. Well, she really highly suggests using water kefir, because water kefir gives you gut health without using kombucha, which the kombucha has a scoby mushroom, which actually has Candida albicans in it. And so that's one thing that we want to avoid, because we want to be healthy and not have to worry about being lethargic and tired. And so this is a really good way to get your gut health, and it tastes good. It tastes just like soda. And so I'm going to show you step by step and what we're going to do. So we use so much of it that I make it in the gallon size. I had to make 2 gallons at once. So I get these gallon jars, and I start out by using organic sugar. It's called Rapadura, and it will make your grains yellow versus white, but it feeds the grains, the water kefir grains actually feed on sugar. And so you want to use a high quality sugar like Rapadura. And so if you don't use Rapadura, you can also use sucanat, but Rapadura is the best. This is what the water kefir grains look like. And we'll go ahead and start with that. So what I do is I start by putting about a half of a cup of the, it's about actually 3/4 cup of the Rapadura sugar. So I just pour it in here like this. Just three-fourths of a cup to 1 cup is good enough in each jar. And I'll go ahead and pour in the next one. And I'll put it in this one. Okay, then after you put the sugar in, then you want to take some boiling water. And so here is some boiling water, and you don't put that much in, just enough to dissolve the sugar. So maybe, like this much. And we use, the water that we use is our mountain spring water, and it does really well with this. And so you want to have something, you want your water to have minerals in it, because minerals makes the grains really healthy. And I know a lot of people, they have tried it and their grains don't do very well, especially when you use fluoridated and chlorinated water. So you want to have a good water filter if you don't have pure mountain spring water like we have. And so you'll want to go ahead and put in, you'll want to make sure to get either spring water from the store, or you can filter your water, and then you can also add some minerals, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But I just kind of slosh it around like this till all the sugar is dissolved in each one. Just kind of like that. Now, let me just grab the concentrates really quick. That is something, the concentrates is something that you will use if you don't really have really good mineral water, because they do need minerals. So you get this concentrates, and it works really well for that. But we don't have to use this. I'll use this maybe in my plants or something like that for minerals, but I don't use it in the water kefir because ours has plenty of minerals and they just thrive really well. So let me go ahead and, okay, so now this is really hot. You don't want to put your kefir grains in hot water. So the next thing I do is I'm going to pour a bunch of water, spring water in there. We do them in these 5-gallon jugs. Let me just put it on the floor here and do it because it's going to be, it's kind of heavy. And I fill it about this full at one, you know, right in the beginning. And I'll fill both of those about that full, and then I can fill it up later. So pour this other one. Okay, so we've got both of these in here. Now you want the water to be about room temperature. So if you put your little pinky in there, this is really room temperature. It's not hot anymore. It's not boiling. It just feels room temperature. And so after that, you want to put in each jar about 1/2 of a cup of the water kefir grains. So I just kind of dig them out. If it's a little bit more, it doesn't matter. I just dump them in. Like that. And then I'm going to fill up the rest with water. So now, this has got a little bit lighter now. It's kind of dirty on the bottom, but let's go ahead and pour this in. Like that. Okay, so basically this is the first step of it. So what you do after that, you want to keep it in a room that's really, warm, 70, 80 degrees. And you put a paper towel over it because you don't want any dust or any type of particles getting in your water kefir. So you just put this on like so. And that's this first step. Okay, so once it's like this, all you have to do is leave it for 3 days. That's all you do. You can do 2 to 3 days, whatever you want. And then so in 2 to 3 days, I'm going to go ahead and show you the next step. So this gets the water starting to ferment and things like that. And the next step that I'm going to do, excuse me, the next step I'm going to do is going to show you how to make it so it tastes like a soda. It'll be fizzy and all that stuff. So the next time I come back, you'll see that. It's been 3 days now, and so our water kefir is done. And you can see here that the kefir grains actually totally grow. So it's like I get double the amount that I put in. And so they keep growing, and so you'll find that you'll have plenty of kefir grains to give to friends or to sell or to give to your chickens, or you can even put them in smoothies if you want. So the kefir grains, they're ready to go, and so I'll show you what I do with them once it's ready. So you just take off the water, or take off the paper towel here, the rubber band, and I have some more jars, gallon jars. And so what I do is, you don't want any metal to touch your kefir grains. So what you want to do is, you can just put down a funnel. I usually just use a funnel with, this is a plastic mesh little strainer. And then I just take this and I pour it in, because you want to be able to strain out the grains. The kefir grains get really big and healthy because they love the spring water that we have here. And so they just grow huge. I mean, they're just really, really healthy, and they love the Rapidura. So we'll just do that for now, just to kind of show you, but I'll strain out the rest. I usually pour all those grains in a plastic container and store it. And so what I'll do is I'll just take, since I always do 2 gallons, and then I just take half of I guess it's like a quart size bottle, and I like to have the R.W. Knudsen because it's organic juice, and I'll just go ahead and pour half of it in here. More than half. And then I'll use the rest for the other one. And then just put the lid on and set it out for another 2 to 3 days. And then just, that will give it the fizzy stuff that you want. And then you just put it in the refrigerator, and then you can go ahead and drink it after that. And it will be ready, and it'll taste like, well, this one is the blueberry pomegranate, so it'll taste like blueberry pomegranate pop. But it will help you with your gut health, and you'll feel amazing. So I hope this helps you, and you might, if you can't find kefir grains in your area, water kefir grains, let me know, and I'll be able to sell you some. You can usually find them on Craigslist or something like that. And if you can't find any gallon jars, let me know, and I can sell you some of those too. So, and you want to use plastic lids, not metal lids. So, if you have any questions, let me know. So after a few days after you've put the juice in, and you have it refrigerated and things like that, you can see that it gets kind of fizzy. So you keep the lid on at this point, and then you can just take it and you pour it in your glass. And you can see how fizzy, it gets. It's definitely carbonated, but it's so good for your gut health. So anyway, enjoy and drink up.